All right, whenever you guys are ready, we'll open it up for questions for James.
James, do you feel like the effort was better tonight than at all during the season?
Definitely. It started with last game at Montana State. We kind of figured out, we obviously we're down a couple guys, but if we, play hard, play with a lot of effort like you just said, we're just as good as these other teams, and we can stay in these games.
What made you guys realize that?
I don't know. I think it's just a matter of just doing it, and it just once we saw it, we believed it. It's one of those things. So I think we just continue to do it.
Did the emotion change when Race went down?
Definitely. It's always hard to see one of your guys go down. It's one of your brothers. So definitely, it changed the emotion of the team. We wanted to play harder for him. We wanted to play for his sake, and so his injury didn't go down, for vain.
Have you guys got an update on him at all?
No, not at all. I just saw him, just said, praying for you, man, and that's about it.
So you guys got down by 3 with about 48 seconds left, and then immediate foul. Was that foul on purpose, or did
I don't think that wasn't the plan, but that what it was called. So we were trying to deny the ball. Yeah. We were trying to get a hard catch for the guys and get them to turn it over, but it just happened to be a foul.
I want to go back to your first half. You had that double clutch 3. Just go through that. How did it go in?
Well, I think Rashad Giddings, the guard for Weber State, was playing me tough. He was trailing me. I thought I had to step on him for a second, and he just came out of nowhere. So when I jumped, he jumped. So I didn't want him to block it, so I just double clutched and got it up there. So it went in.
Now there's only 4 games left of the year. This late in the season, I'm not sure if you can call anything a moral victory, but is this a moral victory?
I wouldn't say it's a moral victory because obviously we don't like losing, but in our heads we know that, as I said before, when we play hard, we play with a lot of effort. Weber's top team one of the top teams in the Big Sky, and we're one of the bottom teams obviously, and we kept in them. We kept with them, So it's just effort. So as long as we keep that up, I think our mindset, not so much a victory, but our mindset is very positive.
You guys had some rough times this last couple of weeks. Had a couple suspension. Trey found out his suspension has been lifted. What did that news do for you guys just as a team?
Like I said about Race, it's always hard to see one of your guys, go down, missing guys. It doesn't matter what the cause. It's always hard to see your brothers not playing, but it's definitely a huge uplift. Trey's one of our guys. He's been here in the program for a while, and it's always good to have him back on the bench, talking, giving his 2 cents in, and it just helps the camaraderie of the team.
Idaho State got beaten pretty badly by Northern Arizona tonight. Does that give you guys an opportunity? Do you feel like you want to just work? Are you able to think you have something you can take advantage of? You play on Saturday night, or does it matter at this point?
I just found out about that, so we're just gonna continue to play hard, continue to play like we are playing. I feel like if we play hard as we did tonight and the night before against Montana State, I think we can keep in with everybody.
When it just comes down to, I guess, still learning, how much have you guys learned about yourselves in the last week?
A lot. We learned adversity. We learned how to stick together as a team. Because as you said, we are going through tough times. So it's just a brotherhood, like for us. So it's just a great thing to recognize that your teammates are there for you. I think that's the biggest thing that we learned.
You guys had a close game. First one in this building in a long time. What was the feeling like to be in a contested game with the crowd loud and everything? It felt like a college basketball game again.
It's a great feeling. Our fans are amazing, and they got the little thing behind the free throw line, distracting the guys. So we pretty much want to play for the fans. We want them, to know that we're playing for them, we're playing hard for them. It's always good to see, us play hard and keep the game close, so they keep interest in the game. So it's always good.
Yeah, you're not a senior, but it's senior night on Saturday. What is there any extra oomph for the rest of the team to try to get a win for those guys?
It's always extra, but yeah, we want to win for our seniors. It's our last homestand with them. You always want to go out with a bang as a senior. I'm not a senior yet, but I know if I was a senior right now, I'd want to go out with a bang. So I'm sure they do. So that's all we want to do. We just want to play hard for them.
What was the best part of tonight's game?
Just seeing us come together. Weber went on that run. We were down 11, I believe, and we came back. We could easily let it go, but we came back and fought back as a team. We didn't start bickering at each other or anything. So I think that was the best part.
How will that moment help you guys going forward?
I think chemistry, keeping us together, positive attitudes. I think trusting each other, going on forth, going into the tournament, these next 4 games. I think that's a great thing.
All right, anything else for James? Thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Heck of a game.
Coach, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Southern Utah competed extremely well tonight. The players did a great job of executing offensively and defensively for all 40 minutes. I could have done a little bit better job of play calls, in the last 2 or 3 minutes, which would have potentially allowed us to keep it just a little bit closer. But Weber State, made great adjustments. One of the best players in our league made plays consistently all night. But we rebounded extremely well, and that kept us in the game.
Interesting lineup. You had 2 forwards, 3 guards. What was the strategy behind that?
For us, we played one way in our previous meeting, and we've been practicing for 2 weeks with a different lineup. that can help us as we head down the stretch versus a team like Weber and a couple other teams in our league.
You guys had a rough start though with with both of your post guys going out with 2 fouls early. How were you able to make that so it didn't affect you guys as much as it could have?
Well, I mean, for us, we've played small pretty consistently all year. And, and so this is an adjustment to play big heading down the stretch. And, the guys did a great job of executing, what they could control. And, for us to be without 2 big guys on the floor, we've been doing that all year. And, and the guys understand their roles, and even against a team like Weber, I felt like they adjusted to us a little bit in the first half, but as we continue to play small, they were able to adjust back to being big in the second half.
There was a moment in the second half when they went on a little run, built up an 11-point lead, and you guys stormed back with a 10-0 run to get right back in it. What does that say about your guys?
Well, I mean, that's something we've been doing all year. Those runs, theirs was precipitated by our turnovers. We turned it over, I think, twice, maybe 3 times in that segment. And that's a run-out layup, a lob dunk, and a wide-open 3. We made the adjustment coming out of the timeout, and we're able to execute, relatively quickly with stops, rebounds, and, baskets went in for us.
How did the emotion of losing Race change things?
This time, Race was evaluated by our medical team. It is a knee injury. He'll have X-ray, MRI, and then we'll get further information. But, the players had a choice to allow that to bring us down, and it might have. That 10-0 run by Weber was right around there. But they were able to settle down a little bit and respond. So, overall, I thought it brought us together, and the guys did a great job of staying positive despite that.
What impressed you the most about tonight?
Tonight we played for 40 minutes. We competed, we rebounded, we defended, we executed offensively. The guys played to their strengths. Everybody did their role. It was a great basketball game.
35 fouls, does that show a lot of motivation and aggression from the team?
We were aggressive defensively. We controlled, our rotations. We didn't give them anything easy.
Both.
That's all right.
I know what you're trying to hide, Coach, but both sides of a lot of ticky-tack calls on both ends. How did that affect the game?
There were a lot of free throws that were shot tonight. We were able to win the percentage battle from the free throw line. But perhaps it contributed to a very good game tonight.
They also shot 2-1 though, 54 attempts against 26, 11 more free throws than field goals too. Is that a concern?
They won that battle in terms of attempts, free throws. We won the percentage battle in terms of free throws.
Wash then, a wash.
When it comes to effort, do you feel like this was your team's best this season?
I thought that our effort and energy against Eastern Washington a couple weeks ago was very good. I thought our effort and energy Saturday versus Montana State was very good. I thought early on in the year our effort and energy, Utah, UNLV, was great. So I'd rank it probably in the top 5.
What do you have to do to get your team to play like that every game?
For us moving into Saturday, I've got to do a great job of monitoring our rest versus execution, our shots versus our defense in practice tomorrow. That's priority number one. You know, it's the time of year for everybody where you have to monitor where we are in that area. And, you know, but I think given the Montana State performance, tonight's performance, our players and their team confidence has grown tremendously.
You kind of alluded to it there. What was the team's attitude in the locker room after tonight?
Angry, frustrated, you know, upset. You know, we lose a member of our team, right, in tonight's game to an injury to be evaluated, and we lose the game.
There's no, like, moral victories coming out of there?
Not tonight.
Are you expecting to have Race back at all this season?
To be determined based on X-ray and MRI.
What does I found out today that Trey Kennedy, his suspension has been lifted.
Correct.
When do you think he'll be back in the line?
Trey Kennedy will practice tomorrow. He participated in shoot-around today. He was a member of the team tonight, and his ability to practice will then provide him opportunity to be able to play in the game.
So on Saturday, would you guess he'd be playing? Or
His ability to practice tomorrow will provide him an opportunity to play in the game on Saturday. He'll be in a jersey.
do you guys feel like you're on an upward trajectory right now?
Well, right now, our effort and energy at this time of year is exactly where it needs to be. Our execution tonight, we're there. We got a few things that we need to improve on, but given with 4 games remaining, we're playing the Southern Utah basketball that we need to play at this time of year.
Is this kind of the team, this effort, this performance, is this what you envisioned happening all season long?
Yes.
Are you relieved that you're finally seeing it?
You know, every team goes through ups and downs during a season for lots of different reasons. And, you know, but, you know, for me, we start this season with a vision and with a program that's put in place in every aspect. And it's my job to carry that vision and that program all the way through until the final buzzer sounds.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Great, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach.